Hi guys, welcome back to another video. So today I'm gonna talk about the Dutch anthem and its origins. If we look at the lyrics, it doesn't make sense. So basically they sing Wilhelmus van Nassau, am I from German blood? Loyal to the fatherland, I will stay till my death. A Prince of Orange, am I free without fear? The King of Spain, have I always honored? So yeah, basically we sing about German blood and the King of Spain. Who is Wilhelmus from Nassau? The story of Wilhelmus, or Willem van Nassau, let's call him Willem in the story. He was born on the 24th of April in 1533 in Dillenburg, which is basically a west part of Germany. So he was raised in a Protestant family, but in 1544 his cousin died. He left his cousin with those great heritage, you know? He did have requirements to the heritage. At that time, Karel V, or Karel V, was the Lord of the Netherlands. Karel V told Willem, like, okay, if you want to get the heritage, you need to move to Brussels, which is right now a place in Belgium, and be re-educated as a Roman Catholic. And living in Brussels actually went quite well to him. He learned different languages and did have some diplomatic skills, so that means he was very good in politics and such. So because of his princedom of Orange, he got called Willem van Oranje, which is literally Willem of Orange. Karel V and Willem were good friends at that point. However, Karel V decided to step down and his son Philip II became the Lord of the Netherlands. A year later, however, Philip became the King of Spain. And Philip wanted, just like his father, to get one big kingdom with only one religion, the Roman Catholic one. So back in that time, Willem of Orange actually was called as the city manager of Holland, Zeeland and Utrecht. He was a very important counselor to Philips. In the meanwhile, Philips and Karel called everyone who wasn't Roman Catholic Cathars, which is translated to English as heretics. I had to Google that. And because they didn't want to have different religions in the country, they decided to punish the people who did have it. Those punishments were a wide range of punishments basically. It could be doing like the dirty jobs, you know, till the death. Willem of Orange didn't really agree with it and he felt that everyone should have his own belief, you know, and it shouldn't matter. So Philips and Willem were basically sort of like frenemies, I guess. They just didn't like each other that well. In 1559, Philip II decided to go to Spain. So there was this girl called Margaret van Parma and Philip decided to assign her as the new governor basically of the Netherlands. She was basically the boss of the Netherlands, but still under Philip II. So because Philip was still the big boss, you know, the prosecutions for those with a different religion were still an ongoing thing back then. On the 5th of April in 1566, about 200 noblemen sent like a begging letter to Margaretha with the question to stop those prosecutions. Noblemen who did this were called the Geuzen, which was basically a different word for sort of like a beggar. However, on the 8th of April, Margaretha decided to agree with it. Almost all the prosecutions throughout the land were stopped. And she only did that because Margaretha was scared for a resistance. In August of the same year, a lot of people did decide to start a resistance. The people were mad. They were mad because there was so much poverty. Well, for the church they had like beautiful statues. There was so much more money put into churches than there was actually into people. The people were so angry that they went to the churches and they broke the stuff down. Those people were also called the Geus, but this time it wasn't something to be ashamed of. It was something to feel proud of, you know. I am a Geus. That's kind of weird to say. I am a Geus and I am the resistance, you know. I'm gonna make this country great again. Trump, please don't sue me. Because Willem of Orange was still like a higher up in the country, he decided to flee away. Philips lost his trust in Margaretha and decided that Alva would be the new governor. Because, yeah, Margaretha didn't do her job very well because, you know, the resistance and stuff. And Philips and Alva decided to go start a war against Willem. In 1580, Philip decided to call him an outlaw, which means you can kill him without any persecutions for you. So 4 years later, on the 10th of July in 1584, Willem of Orange got shot down by Balthasar Gerard in Delft. That's basically the story of Willem of Orange. So now, what does this have to do with our anthem? You would say it's because Willem was from Dillenburg, which is basically now the west of Germany. However, back then, Germany didn't really exist yet. The Dutch people were called Dietzen or Duits. So basically you Germans stole it from us. It's not the other way around. Just kidding. It's basically that we're singing we're from Dutch blood instead of German blood. The second part. In this case, it was basically because Willem stayed loyal to the Netherlands. And he tried everything in his might to free the Netherlands of Philips and Alva. So then the third part. Because of his heritage from his cousin, Willem became the Prince of Orange. And without fear, he went against Philip and Alva, who basically ruled the Netherlands back then. Then we have the part, the King of Spain, I've always honored. That is because the King of Spain was basically Karel V. And he always honored Karel V. They were very good friends, sort of, you know. They were important to each other. And he was also an important person to Philip until the drama started. That's basically the first couplet of the Dutch anthem. The other parts are about religion. I think it's very fascinating that basically tells a story. Anyway, this is the story of the Dutch anthem. I hope you enjoyed the story. If you liked the video, make sure to leave a subscribe or a like. Thank you for watching and see you next time. Bye bye!